Hey friends, Pastor Stephen here, coming to you with a short video with some resources that I think might be helpful to you. So this year, our church is working its way through the Westminster Shorter Catechism over the course of 2024. And the Westminster Shorter Catechism is a wonderful teaching tool, not just for adults, but also for children, that really helps us to understand and learn about the great truths of our faith. So in this video, what I want to do is share with you some resources, particularly for families with younger children, that can help you to teach the catechism to younger children and walk through it together. And I want to share with you particularly three different resources that I think might be really helpful. So the first resource is this book called Training Hearts and Teaching Minds by Starr Meade. The subtitle is Family Devotions Based on the Shorter Catechism. This is a book of family devotions, and you may have used something like that before. Our family does family devotions each day, and what we tend to do is we tend to do it at dinner time, because that's the easiest time of day when we know we're all going to be sitting down together. And towards the end of the meal, we just pull open a family devotional and we do a short devotion. Usually it's short, it's only about 5 minutes, maybe even a little bit less than that, but it's a great time to just read a little bit of scripture together and talk about it together. So this book is a family devotional like that. It's a wonderful devotional, though, because it is based on the Shorter Catechism. So each week, there is a question. Here's question number 1, and you'll see that the question is listed at the top for the beginning of the week. And then for the days of the week, it lists Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And for each day of the week, there are devotions that you can read together. And you'll see that these devotions are short. It's just a paragraph or a couple of paragraphs that you could read together as a family. And then in each paragraph, there's a scripture or two to look up and read along with that. So you'll see that these are nice and short. You could read this as a family together at dinner or whatever time works for you in 3 to 5 minutes probably, and it wouldn't take you long at all. But it's a wonderful way to learn about one question each week and then have these nice daily devotions that help you dig into Scripture as a family and learn more about that topic. So I'd recommend this for you if you're looking for a family devotional that can help walk you through the Shorter Catechism. Again, that's Training Hearts and Teaching Minds by Starr Meade. And I will list the titles in the description for this video as well so that you can look them up and click on those links as well. A second resource is this book called The Illustrated Westminster Shorter Catechism. This is a little bit more basic. It's just the catechism question and answers that are put together in a booklet, but it's put together with these wonderful illustrations that go along with it. This particular book is organized topically. So when you open it up here, you'll see that, for instance, each different page has a topic. This one lists Holy Scripture. And then for that topic, it lists the questions from the catechism that relate to that topic. So here we have question 2 and 3 that relate to Scripture, and it ties it into that topic. And then there's this wonderfully beautiful illustration that goes along with each one. So as you flip through this, you'll see that there are just these beautiful, colorful illustrations that go along with each of the topics. And then the questions are listed along with it. There's God's providence. We can flip through here, and we have this page talking about sin. And you'll see how these illustrations are just really beautiful. They're colorful. They're very eye-catching. And that could be very helpful to have as you are working through the catechism with children, because most children really are visual and they like to have illustrations. And so these can really help as you talk about a question each week, for example, to have this to open up, and as you talk about the question, to have something visual to go along with it. So that's another nice thing that you can use to go along with other resources. And then the third resource I want to mention to you is very similar to the one I just showed you. This is another illustrated Westminster Shorter Catechism. This one's illustrated by Paul Cox. And similar to the other one that I just showed you, This one has all of the catechism questions and answers listed in book form. And has an illustration, but unlike the one I just showed you, this one is not done topically. It has an illustration for each question. So you see question 6, and there's a page and an answer, and question 7, and a page and an answer. And these are really nice too, because each question has its own illustration, which is kind of nice. And then Paul Cox does a lot of illustrating in kind of a format that looks like cartoons. And so, again, these can be really eye-catching for children, especially because children love cartoons. My kids love cartoons. They love graphic novels. They love that kind of stuff. And so these illustrations are very, very eye-catching and can be a really helpful way to engage your children as you walk through the catechism together. The other thing I like about this particular illustrated version is that at the bottom of the page, it's hard to see in the video here, but at the bottom of the page there are scripture references for each of the questions. And so as you walk through it together, not only does it have the questions and answers, but it has some scriptures that you can look up as well. So I hope that you will take some of these and use them to make the Shorter Catechism more accessible to you. The Shorter Catechism is a great teaching tool that can help children to learn about the basic truths of the faith, but can really help adults learn about the basic truths of the faith as well. And these resources are a wonderful jumping off point to look at those truths and learn those truths, but then also dig into Scripture and see where the Bible talks about those things as well. So I hope that's been helpful to you. Again, I will post links for each of these resources in the description for the video, and I hope that you and your family can benefit from some of those resources.